Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome back to Fixing It Up with Sandra. Today, I want to show you my thrifted haul, my secondhand haul. I went to two different Goodwills and I want to show you how you can find really cool items for resale or for home. This is something that I've been doing for a number of years. I have set places that I love to go and I find the coolest things. So let me turn this camera around. I want to show you what I found, how I price it, and how you can do the same thing. So let's get started. We're here at my dining room table and I am so thrilled about all of the things that I found, and some of it's holiday. And let me just say right now, it is the time, if you are wanting to find holiday decorations on a budget, this is the time to go to your local Goodwill. People are spring cleaning, summer cleaning. They're getting rid of a lot of their holiday decor, and you can find it super cheap at your local Goodwill, thrift shop, whatnot. That is how I find probably over 50% of my stuff. People are giving away the stuff from Walmart, whatnot. You can find a lot of it. So here's what I found. All right, now before everybody runs out to their local Goodwill, let me first just say, I have noticed as someone who shops mainly thrifted items, like almost everything back here is thrifted except the plant, that not every Goodwill is priced the same. I have found when I've gone to Sacramento, to San Francisco, that some of the Goodwills are priced like a Ross. Their prices aren't super discounted. However, when I'm here in Lake County, or Mendocino County, I find that the Goodwills are like the same across the board. Also Santa Rosa. So like, for example, let me grab some items right here. So for the most part, like I said, Lake Mendocino, and I'm not sure what county Santa Rosa's in, but like their Goodwills, all the bowls are across the board. I believe they're $1. So I got these adorable Snoopy bowls. There's that one. There is the Snoopy right here. And these are $1, just right across the board, which is phenomenal because it makes the resale value or the resale price so much more. Like I try to always do at least 3 times what I've purchased, because you have the purchase price, what you paid for it. You have the ×2, which would allow you to repurchase another item. And then the third, when you times it by 3, that money can go into your pocket. Does that make sense? So like if this was $5, I would sell it for 15, because then the $5 goes for this. The other $5 would go towards purchasing another item. The other $5 would go into your bank. That's how you make money. If you're literally just doubling the price, you're never going to make money because you're only making enough to repurchase items. So, and you can find really amazing scores like this wool Christmas tree that I got at the Goodwill for $6. This is, and I forget the brand, I'll put it here, like a little photo, but these go for $128, which is wild. You will not believe how many items I have purchased from the thrift store that are like that. I have Pottery Barn lamps that retail over $200. I paid $7. So when people come into my house and they're like, oh my gosh, you have all these nice things and whatnot, 90% of my house is thrifted. So I never pay full price. But also thrifting, you can find adorable things like this squirrel. I don't know why I had to have him. He is so cute. He is going to be a resale item. I paid $3. He's probably going to go for $11 in my shop. He does have a little chip, which hopefully can be fixed. But yeah, super, super cute. And the wool Christmas tree, I have 2 of them. I think this one was $75, and I paid $4 for it. They're definitely going to go into the shop during the holiday season. Again, tons and tons of holiday decor. I scored on these little scarecrow figurines. These were $1 a piece. So even if I sold it for $5, I'm making 5 times the amount of money. It does take a lot of work when you first get started with reselling. And I know some people who go to the Goodwill are really upset about people who go there to resell. And it is what it is. And I feel like however people want to make money, we should be allowed to do that. So again, I never price things ridiculous. My store is very affordable. Let me just say that. My shop is affordable. There are some high price items in there because of the value of it. But for the most part, I try to keep it, like I said, affordable because I go out and I spend hours. I drive to Santa Rosa, Sacramento, San Francisco. These places are all like 2.5 hours away from me just to bring back these deals. So like I said, even if I charged $5 for him, it's a great deal. Because I paid one and I make up for the gas and the time and all that, but he's a cute little score. Also, I found, I'm not gonna show you the whole box, I'll pull one out. These gold pumpkins. Now I am on the fence about it. So I got the set of 3 for $8. And yes, I might sell them individually. I might keep them, I don't know. But this is how I like to decorate my house, is with thrifted items like this, you know. I don't like to pay full price because one, why should you when we have secondhand stores? I feel like in every single city or town, you save the environment, you prevent all of this stuff from going to the landfill. And a lot of this stuff, like, you know, like again, I'm pull this Christmas tree. This is wool. This is gonna last for a long time. This is not felt, this is wool. And you get something really nice to bring into your home or to gift. I love giving things that I find because one, I'm a vintage person. I love vintage. And so when you give somebody something that is rare, unique, hard to find, hopefully they find pleasure in it. But yeah, there's so many wonderful reasons to shop thrifted. So here's also another funny little item that I'm gonna bring into my store. I don't know why I had to have this. It is absolutely adorable. I thought it was so cute. It's a little grandma with her birds, and I got it for $5. I will probably sell it for 15. And it's just got all these cool pieces. And this is just gonna be a random gift that you would give somebody, but it's different, it's unique. I'm sure there's more than just one out in the universe. The cats are going crazy. But I think this would be a fun gift. And also, another thing, my shop is a shop that I make things, I buy wholesale, and then I go out and find these kinds of treasures. And so when I bring them back to my little small town here in Lakeport, California, we don't have malls, we don't have 50 different stores that you can choose from. We're getting a Marshall's at the end of summer. There's my gift shop. And there's maybe like 2 or 3 other shops here. And I think they're clothing. And then there's like the thrift stores. There's really not much to choose from. So I like to bring fun and unique items. And this is another one. This was $2. I think I'm gonna keep this because one, I'm a book nerd. And there was just something about this piece that I was like, I have to find it, or I have to keep it. And so with this, you know, for somebody who's new and starting out, and I'm just gonna see if I can turn the camera down so you can see more of the goodies that I have. For this, you know, if you're someone who's like, hey, you know, I've heard about reselling, I have a job, I would like to bring in a second income, you know, maybe some of the items that I could resell might afford me to go out to dinner, you know, one night a week. Maybe it'll be just enough for gas. I highly recommend you first visiting a lot of thrift stores. Believe me, it's gonna take a while to find that one where you can really sink your teeth into it and go, okay, this is the place where I find all the treasures. I have my top 5. And so, but I also know a lot of people who do what I do. So once you do that, and like I said, it's going to take a little bit of, trial and error, but use Google Lens. Download that because it allows you to take pictures of items. You can either, and so when it takes a photo of it, it'll either bring up that actual website of where you're able to purchase that item so you can really see the value of it. Or if it's something vintage, it'll bring up a lot of listings and you can see all the different prices. Also maybe find out some history about the item as well. I love Google Lens. I use it all the time. So not only with thrifting will you find really cool pieces like this or vintage pieces, but you're also going to find pieces from your local Walmart. This is a Pioneer Woman cookbook stand. I got it for $4. I'm probably going to sell it for 10. I'm not going to sell it for full price. I'm going to double check what that was full price and definitely do a deep discount on it. So again, you can find items that are right out of Walmart, Hallmark. I find a lot of Hallmark stuff from Joanna Gaines, like her Magnolia Home from Target, all kinds of stuff. And yes, I do look for clothing. Although some of the Goodwills, their prices on clothing are a little steep, but it just depends. You can find a lot of name brand stuff in there. So it just depends. I always say, look at what you're purchasing. And then I find stuff like this. I plan on canning this year. I have several tomato plants out in my garden. If you follow me on YouTube, you've been following me on my garden journey. And so I hope to be canning in the next month or two. And I scored this piece right here, which will help me making sauces and whatnot, for $5. That is right, for $5. And that's why I'm saying, my house is mainly thrifted because I go out and find stuff like this that I can definitely use. And I don't want to pay full price. So anyways, this is just a little glimpse in, and I'll do a once over of the table again so you can see what I find. Just really cool. Look at, if you're a Disney lover, mugs in the lake, Mendocino, and then I'm just going to say Santa Rosa. Mugs across the board are $1. And yes, I'm going to sell this for more than $3. So I'm going to see how rare it is and all that other stuff. I'm going to Google Lens it. But again, if you're somebody who loves Disney, you can always go to the thrift stores and see what kind of mugs you can find. I cannot tell you how many Disney and Snoopy mugs I find at the thrift stores. And again, they're just $1. This little cutie patootie, $1. I'm going to show you another one right here. However, I think I'm going to put a plant in this because it's just so stinking cute. I think a little cactus or something to go in there would be absolutely adorable. So anyways, this is part of my business. This is what I do. I try to do it, I'm not even joking, once a week, which to some people can seem like a lot. But when you're in the business of this, it really, you really have to go out to the thrift stores. You have to travel. You do have to count in, when you're pricing out these items, the amount of gas you've used, the time, and a lot, half the time when you bring this stuff home, you can't just slap a sticker on it and then put it out to be sold. You've got to clean it. Maybe you have to mend it, because, well, at least for me, I want my products to look really nice on the shelf. I don't want you to pick it up and it not be at its best. So there is a lot of work that goes into this, but if you're looking for a side job, this is one that I can recommend. It is a lot of fun, and you'll start finding that you'll bring things home that you need and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't even have to pay full price for it. So anyways, thanks for watching this video. We're going to do a once over again of the whole table. If you have any questions about reselling finds from either a yard sale, thrift store, secondhand store, whatever you want to call it, however you get your items, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Like I said, I've been doing this for about 4 years, about 4 years. And so I feel like I've learned a lot in those 4 years, but truly like going out and finding this kind of stuff is a lot of fun, especially when you find really awesome deals like this. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe and like this video, and then share it with your friends and say, hey, did you know? So yeah, so again, thank you, and I hope to see you guys soon in my next tutorial. Look at all of these cool things. Like I said, the squirrel's my favorite. But here's what I found, and I forgot to mention that I probably spent $160 in total on all of these items here that you see on the table, which we know how far that gets us if we're shopping in a department store. So I really did score, and hopefully these items that I plan on taking to the shop do sell, so I could make a little bit of money.